Zoo. Neil Anderson joins us now live from Swamico. Good morning, Neil.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Well, we're with the otters today, and we're inside in the otter den. And what we're doing is we're preparing Skokie. He's a 2-year-old little male for his exam. He gets his annual exam. And at this particular point, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to sedate him. And the reason we do that is obviously so we can work with him safely, get a full physical exam on him. And one of the things too is we want to make sure that we can go ahead and get a good look at how things are going with his teeth. So a complete dental exam, you know, and that's one thing when it comes to otters and longevity and everything. In the wild, you know, they may live to maybe 7 or 8, but a lot of it has to do because if they do get any type of dental condition, break a tooth, get an infection, you know, that's probably the more of the demise to an otter in the wild than in captivity. Captivity, these guys can live, you know, almost 20 years old. But one of the things we have to do is we have to make sure that we're checking out dentally the way things are going. And I have a skull replica, and you can take a look at. Now they have 36 teeth, and you can see the length of the skull, which is kind of unusual. But when it opens up, you can see you got 36 teeth. And you've got the canine teeth here, which actually to grasp, you know, and really kill their prey. And then they do not have any premolars. They've got molars in the back. The molars in the back are also then able to go ahead and crush up their particular prey item. So one of the things we don't want to, and of course working with them safely, is you don't want to get bit by one of these guys. You know, a lot of bacteria in and around the teeth. So what we do here is inside the den, it's all designed so we have both sides that they've got sleeping quarters, but they also have what we have is called a squeeze chute here. And the zookeepers have trained them to be able to go in to this particular squeeze chute. And what it does is, remember we talked about earlier, you know, just if you were trying to hold down an animal, some of the animals we could use leather gloves, go hold an animal down and be able to inject him, you know, to start the sedation process. But here we can't do that because how strong these guys are. So we use this particular squeeze apparatus, and it's just adapted between the cages. So what we'll do is then we'll be able to slide these walls. You see there's a wall behind there. So we slide that wall forward, and that just pins the otter up against the front, and then we can go ahead and inject in, and we can hand inject. You know, and the thing is too is hand injecting is a much easier way and a much more reliable way of getting the full dosage in. Because if you're using a pole stick, you know, and a pole stick is just a syringe with a long pole, the way these guys move and twist around a lot, it's very, very difficult to pole stick this guy. So we have him in here. He'll be, Dr. Gilbert will be coming over here really probably within the next couple of minutes, and we'll go ahead and start the sedation process, and then you'll get an opportunity then to see him up close and personal in the animal hospital in the next segment.
All right, Neil, thanks a lot. We'll check back with you next hour, okay?
Hey, sounds good. See